You probably know someone who says one thing but does another. Doesn't that frustrate you? How did Jesus deal with that kind of hypocrisy? Jesus said, "Don't be two-faced." Good morning and welcome to 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear all about easy-to-remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. And the point is to help you experience life to the fullest, the Jesus way. Today's Jesus said comes from Matthew 23, 19 through 26. You could actually read all the way through verse 29 to get the context here. For time's sake, we're going to start in verse 23 of Matthew 23. "What sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious law, and you Pharisees, hypocrites! For you are careful to tithe even the tiniest income from your herb gardens, but you ignore the more important aspects of the law: justice, mercy, and faith. You should tithe, yes, but do not neglect the more important things. Blind guides, you strain your water so you don't accidentally swallow a gnat, but you swallow a camel." There was a Jewish tradition at that time where they actually strained whatever they drank so that they couldn't possibly ingest an insect and break the law. Verse 25, Jesus continues and he says, "What sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious law, and you Pharisees, hypocrites! For you are so careful to clean the outside of the cup and the dish, but inside you are filthy, full of greed and self-indulgence." Once again, Jesus is talking about some of their traditions. They had all these rituals to clean even their eating utensils. But then verse 26, he says, "You blind Pharisees, first wash the inside of the cup and the dish, and then the outside will become clean too." Jesus said, don't be two-faced. Now, first of all, I wouldn't be much of a pastor if I didn't mention, for those who say that tithing or giving 10% of your increase is just an Old Testament rule. Jesus actually said here that we should tithe. But tithing wasn't really the point here. Jesus wasn't slamming the Pharisees for keeping the rules. He was calling them out for being two-faced. And he actually called them hypocrites, which I'll probably butcher the Greek here, but the word there that's translated hypocrite is the Greek word hypocrisy or something like that, right? But what that really means is under the mask, an actor under an assumed character. It was a word that was used in stage plays of the time. And it's made up of two Greek words that really translates as an interpreter from underneath, because they wore these masks to show what the character's emotion should be. And so they interpreted their story from underneath mask. And Jesus is saying, don't be like that. Jesus was literally saying it doesn't matter what the outside looks like if the inside is a mess. It doesn't matter how many good rules you keep if your heart isn't right. The religious experts, leaders, they were experts in the law. They were experts at the rules. They were experts at going above and beyond to make sure they didn't break the smallest command. But they weren't going above and beyond in the things that matter the most, the issues of the heart, in justice, mercy, faith, in love. And I guess the question today is, are you an expert in the rules or in love? Jesus used harsh words for hypocrites, those living under the mask, those that were two-faced. He called them blind guides. He called them children of hell, whitewashed tombs, snakes, vipers, that kind of thing. But the funny thing is, Jesus never called sinners names like that. But do you know who did? Those wearing the mask, the hypocrites. Why? Well, because they were so focused on how good they were at keeping the rules, they missed the heart. Justice, mercy, faith. And Jesus said, don't be two-faced. Don't wear a mask and point your fingers at everyone else. And I guess the question is, who do you call names? Sometimes we have to deal with our own heart. You can still keep all the rules. There's nothing wrong with keeping rules. The difference is our attitude. You can't hide self-indulgence, pride, greed, and envy with a mask of good deeds and keeping the rules. What's underneath will spill out in your attitude towards others. So what's underneath your mask? What's underneath my mask? I think we should look at Galatians 5, where it talks about the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. The Bible says there is no law against these things. What kind of mask are we wearing? Jesus said, don't be two-faced. How can you put that into action today? Thank you so much for listening. If this is meaningful to you, it really means a lot to me if you like it, if you share it, if you comment. I'm so grateful for you. Have an amazing day, and I hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest, the Jesus way. And remember, follow Jesus today. Love first.